I'll talk a little bit before we get started. The Phenos, like all three of the phenotypes now are you can find them at the restore location and organic remedies. You can find the Pheno. They don't have the kits anymore. They still have the. I don't know if it's a kit, but you can go and buy like each phenotype individually now. At first, you only could buy all three of them, but now they're allowing you to buy, individual ones. So that's pretty cool, but it's still only at the original four locations that the Pheno kits dropped at because they're the only ones that got them. So if you're interested in trying that, you can definitely go and find it there. I mean, I might go pick up the one I'm about to choose here because I'm pretty dry Easter fucking, burned a lot down on Easter because, I like to eat, and who doesn't want to get stoned before they eat? So a lot of it's gone. I'm probably going to be going back to Restore and picking it up soon, but just in case anybody was wondering, you can go and buy them individually now, the slices, all that, whatever strain you want, or whatever pheno you want. So I'll say here, so we'll start off, we'll go chronologically. 14, my opinions on that. Now, this one, it looked great, but out of the other two, this had the least look appeal. And that's really just because the buds were, like, smaller. The other ones had bigger, fluffier nugs, where these ones were a little bit smaller. So the look on that's a little bit down, but the smell and the taste was great. The smell, I feel like they kind of all smelled really, really similar. And, I mean, they should. It's the same strain, just a different pheno. But the taste was great. Like, the orange sherbet came through heavily on Jealousy 14. Very, very nice. It was like one of the sodas almost, or like the orange cream pop, like the popsicle that you could get. Oh man, it was really good. I really enjoyed the taste, and I mean it packed a punch. I was fucking gone after I had some of that, man. It was great. It was like a couch locker, for sure a couch locker. So that was 14. 14, I'm not going to rate them to the end because it might give it away, but 14 was really good. All right, we'll move on to 16. 16, I think, had the best look out of all of them. It was big, dense nugs, beautiful colors, covered in trikes, It had the look of some exotic shit, and I was really happy to see that. Smelled incredible. It smelled just like a nice gelato with like a little bit of orange to it, but not really like it had in the 14. This one was definitely more gelato dominant. I really liked it though, and the taste was definitely more gelato dominant for sure too. I didn't really get the orange nodes of the, orange creamsicle that I got in 14. But regardless, it was still tasty. I mean, it's a gelato, so like, who the hell doesn't like that, And it definitely had a nice punch to it. I was fucking stoned out of my mind on that one too. 14 and 16 definitely had a strong effect for sure. And then we have 30. 30 looked really similar to 14, had big buds, nice structure, dense, covered in trikes, everything that the 16 had, the 30 had as well in the look department. The smell was phenomenal as well too. I mean, it's gelato dominant, that really comes through on the nose on that one for sure. Like, you will definitely be able to tell, like, all right, yeah, there's some nice gelato in here. And for the taste, so for me, the taste on this was like a gelato, but it was a little bit more faint. It had a little bit more earthiness to it, versus like the 16. So it still was sweet. It still was like a gelato, but it had a little bit more of an earthy vibe to it, like a thicker, almost kind of like harsher smoke. I don't really want to say harsher because it wasn't harsh, it was smooth. But like in comparison to the 16, I think the 30 like a little harder, So now that you guys heard all the feedback on that, I'm going to make my decision. I put up a poll. The majority of people said 16, followed by 14, and then trailing in third place was 30. So for me, my choice, and I'm going to explain it why, my choice is going to have to be, and I'm probably going to catch a little flack, it's going to be the 14, guys. Simply for the fact that 14 and 16, both I feel like hit pretty much the same. Like I was like stuck, you know, like they were one of them strains. But for me, we have a lot of like those gelato flavors in our program already, and I don't really know of any of the orange creamsicle. Like I don't really know any strains that taste like that. Like that was the only strain I've tasted in the program that actually tasted like an orange creamsicle. So for me, that just helped push it over the edge. I know the look, it's not as nice. At least this batch, they were a little bit smaller buds. It might not be as nice. But just on the taste, I got to give it to 14, man. Just, it's something a little different. We got runts, we've got gelato, we've got all the gelato flavors in the program, and we don't really have an orange sherbet. So for me, I mean, you can't go wrong 14, 16, or 30. But if it was up to me, I would have it Jealousy 14, and I would definitely have some type of orange sherbet name on it, or, you know, something like that to tie it in, because there's really not anybody else that's got something that tastes like that. At least in my opinion, you know, there might be like a G Leaf out there, but like, you know, I'm not buying that. So like, I don't know. But that's my choice. I'm going to officially submit it to Insa via their little QR code that's on the cans. And yeah, so I'm going with 14, guys. I know a lot of you said 16. Some of you even said 30. But I'm going with 14 because I feel like 14 and 16 are the top two. I wouldn't be mad with either one. But I feel like 14 and 16 are both very similar. The only difference is that 14 has a little bit more of that orange sherbet, orange creamsicle taste to it. And it's something different, man. Something different. So there you go. There you have it. That's my choice. Don't let it deter you from making yours. It's like, nah, for real, vote 14. Nah, I don't care. Vote whatever you want. But personally, I'm going 14 simply for the fact we don't have no orange creamsicle. So, all right, guys. I'm out. I got to go do some shit. I had to sneak out and make this video real quick. If you're in the Philly area, make sure you come out 420. That's this Wednesday. Me and my boy Smokey, we're throwing it down, man. It's going to be from 1 to 8. It's going to take off a little bit around 4 because we got to have some food and, you know, DJ shit like that. So if you're in the Philly area and you ain't got plans for 420, come and kick it. Even if it's for an hour, it's a free event. You ain't got to pay. And you get to smoke some of the best shit in the world. Peace.